Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. All right. So we got some red black Sabo, a leader that we wanted to get to a long time ago, and just, it is what it is. So it's just like we're crunching out a lot of the stuff we didn't get to present. Ooh, big boy swing. Yep, that's what happens when you can't play anything in your early turn. But yeah, with all these Dawn moving cards, it just makes Sabo's ability more accessible. Banish. Yeah, let's avoid that. Tough decision. Either Dawn Mover or Karasu. But the value behind Karasu is insane, so I get it. Oh, we just drew another one. Yup, look at that. Efficiency. The efficiency behind this. Now we gotta hope they don't have that play again, because it would be tough to defend against it right now. Yeah, it being at 5, we shouldn't be able to protect it anymore, to be honest. And that should be okay. Oh, big mistake. That is a big mistake on the opponent's part. You really should have went for the Luffy. Yeah, now we could just be more assertive. We are at 2 life, so it is debatable about just trying to establish some blockers. Got 1, got 2. Swing, move a Dawn over. You can afford to take. Yeah, there you go. So we are in the threatening position, or whatever. Okay, they Momonosuke'd. I would have, or they still can move 2 Dawn to their searcher, right? Then have attack with the searcher. Then use Momonosuke's ability. Oh, we used our leader ability to keep it on the board. Yeah, we have to take. Oh, okay, I did it. Okay. I see what happened. In my head, I was like, you're supposed to attack with the searcher first and then use Momonosuke, but it didn't matter. That order didn't matter. And here's Karasu basically giving us the game. Are we putting 2 of them on the board, or are we going to play it safer and try to make some sort of moves? Okay, so this is what would be considered going for game, respectfully. Move Dawn over. Attack. Such a mathematical difference right now. Insane. Double Karasu. That is actually disgusting. But yeah, take advantage of these Dawn movers. I'm so happy that they started printing more Dawn movers, because it was like for a good portion of the game, you were just stuck with Dawn Nami, the 1-drop Nami. And then now it's just like you got the Luffy, you got that Zoro, you got that buffed version of Nami. Even though it's stuck to the Straw Hat type for the most part. But yeah, it's like you get more Dawn movers out there. And then of course, yeah, they had that 2-drop from the Whitebeard Pirates. He was also a Dawn mover, by the way. But y'all get the point. The more Dawn movers, the more efficient combo plays, XYZ. You could really get the most out of Sabo if you don't have to worry about your Dawn that much. Sheer aggression. Move it over. Okay, nice block. Attack again. Attack again. And the beautiful thing about Sabo is he saves a resource. You protect your character They have to use 2 plays in order to get a card off the board. Oh, they're trying to be just as aggressive. I respect it. They should be putting a blocker on the board. Okay, no block. Wait, is that a blocker? I don't think it's a... No, I think it is. I can't see the print anyway. No diddy. All right. So they got their board loaded. Well, the searchers don't count. We're good on that. But they also have their version of a board protection. So we should just be able to start swinging. Oh, that's hilarious. That's a lot of value. That's hilarious. Oh, and they did that. They shouldn't have did that. Unless they're afraid of us attacking their life. Good stuff. Now this makes it more difficult for them to like set up for their buggy. $2K, $1K. I respect. I think you can get rid of that. Okay, we got rid of Zoro. Yeah, red kind of leveled up. Became they got a lot more utilities for this color, so you could take advantage of a lot of power minusing. I do feel like there's gonna be not. I can't do like a time prediction. I'm not that good, but I feel like there's gonna be a point in time where the power reduction is gonna get a little scary. You know, it's gonna get a little scary, and it's gonna be difficult to keep anything on the board again, because that's just how power creep works. Because right now, we technically got a lot of power reduction cards that are hitting like 2 targets, like this one and that one, this one and that one, and then you got this benefit of 2 targets plus KO something. So you're gonna see some scary red efficiency, I would say. Some combo plays, benefiting off of searchers, you know, swinging with your low drops. You're gonna see something in the future with red, because I really think they caught a jump in power. And I wish other colors for the most part got just as good as these jumps, because I think red, yellow, and black, those are the 3 colors that really got their opportunities, in my personal opinion, in an overall context. You know, yellow is just doing well with all that triggers and stuff like that. Red was doing well in the beginning. Y'all know what that is. And then black, oh my God, got like a little too toxic at one point. Now I think, you know, we got a nice blend of things happening. Multicolor leaders are putting in maybe a little bit too much work. You got to be careful with that. Monocolor leaders need to be just as efficient. But if a monocolor leader isn't efficient, it doesn't necessarily speak to the leader's ability per se, but I want to say it speaks a little bit more to the resources within that one color. Because, like, for instance, Bonnie is technically a really strong ability, but there's not enough in green to make Bonnie more of a competitive threat. But Bonnie's not, you know, weak or anything like that, but I think I can understand what I'm saying. Now, we only got 1 card in our hand, but we got 2 blockers. And they only got 1 attack technically, because they ain't playing no rush. So yeah, they're in trouble. They got 1 attack, so they have an attempt to do some to try to, yeah, it doesn't matter, because our leader ability is just going to stop it. Or they're just putting everything they can on this board. Yeah, our leader ability is going to stop it, but they said forget it. They maxed out their Dawn. Okay, cool. I mean, it looks like we can just swing. Oh, right. You still want to do some mathematics on the blockers. Get rid of 1 blocker. Now we have rested Dawn. Why we? Oh, because of the block. I wouldn't even think like that. I would just keep swinging. Yeah, go ahead. What are we doing? What are we calculating here? Are we doing 2 on Nami as well? They did that? And why didn't we swing with Nami? I would have swung. What are they gonna do? Attacking and let us draw a card? Well, or Sanji as Nami? I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely game. Why? Oh, I'm stupid. The freaking buggy. I forgot. I'm over here judging like a mug. That buggy stops the attacks. I got you. Dang, this buggy's that's crazy. Prolonging the inevitable. Prolonging the inevitable. That I know that Shanks low-key pissing them off too. We got to be careful. Well, we got 2 blockers though. We got 2 blockers. So yeah, it don't matter too much. And we use leader ability to save it. $12K swing, block, draw a card. Oh, we just wanted to use the ability. Block. Next attack. That's game. That has to be game. Yep. Yeah, that buggy put up a fight. You know how, this is what I love about One Piece, how wonky the meta can be, how quickly the tides can change. Because a lot of players, we get stuck in just, playing what worked and not changing strategy for the most part. Like I remember once upon a time, everybody with Katakuri, tunnel vision on arranging their life to the way they want it to be before even thinking about arranging the opponent's life. And then, I seen effectiveness in just changing your opponent's life, because that's knowing what cards is in their hand, knowing what, essentially what triggers they're going to have available, and you could mess that sequence up for them. And of course, delaying certain cards that they need, right? Like, for instance, if Onigashima is the first life, well, let's put that at the bottom of the life to help reduce the chances of them getting access to that card. Stuff like that. And I say all that because it's like, tunnel visioning on a play or a play style that worked once upon a time. I think it's just too often players do that, and the meta can just switch like that once that one player or 1, 2, 3, 4 players say we're gonna do something different, and it's going to cause a ripple effect. Then it's like then something changes. So I say all that to say it's just like, yeah, this I think that's so cool and a little bit wonky, where we can have a meta of just nothing but high drops, slow bricks, to then immediately switch to a meta of quick pace, low drops, aggro, aggressive, to then switch to, because there's no side decking, to then switch to a meta of board removal, taking 2 off the board, all that stuff, to then switch back to a meta of high drops, and then anything else in between that happens, like a defensive meta, a Nami mill meta again, all of a sudden that deck is relevant, like so on and so forth. It can, the potential for the meta to just change dramatically is like always there, and it's kind of hilarious to me. It just takes a person to be willing to commit to like, hey, I'm going to play this deck at the tournament, see how far I get. Because keep in mind, because the current meta is so diverse, you can't really get away with like a shenanigan compared to how it used to be, where it's like you have one deck representing half the meta, and then it's like, well, for the most part, I just got to beat you, right? Statistically speaking, I could probably just skate through this whole tournament if I can beat you. But now it's not like that. So now it's more of a, however the tempo of the meta is, you have to play for, rather than playing for certain decks. But nonetheless, it's kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. And that's what I'm liking now. It's like a lot of these decks that we currently started working on, we just took a more aggressive, assertive approach and just getting better results because of how the meta is currently. And I just think that's fun. Like, who would have thought Bello Betty would have just been so strong out of nowhere, right? Went from, yeah, your glass cannon is more glass than cannon, to now all of a sudden, oh, you're more cannon than glass. Okay, I gotta respect that. It's kind of funny. But even looking at this, look how much aggression, look how much aggro, playing these rush cards, getting access to just our leader ability so easily. It's obnoxious and annoying for the opponent. They want to try to take it off the board, leader ability, whether it's an attack or whether they got to use an effect. It's annoying for them. Oh, we're going with the trash. Well, you ate 4 Dawn for that. His ability, keep. We have the 2Ks for it, right? Yeah. I think it's okay. But I would have get rid of the Diablo Jambe Sanji rather than the blocker Sanji. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's too high of a difference. Well, outside of that, either they're going to use their ability or they're not. They probably should understand that in this matchup, their leader ability is not going to help them. They don't understand it yet. So that's what happens with tunnel vision, set play, muscle memory. They're not, the Blackbeard player is not adapting to what they're seeing on the board. Yeah, there's no point in using your leader ability, which is this is the other half of red. Like, the way this deck is engineered, this is the other half of red. These are rush cards. These are when attacking cards. So, yeah, for the most part, you using your leader ability is just wasting cards, but you're not realizing that. You gotta take that. Oh, they countered out, but for what? Unless they kind of threw the game. Sometimes you just know, hey, I'm not gonna be able to win. You just gotta respect it. Yeah, Sabo should have been a lot more obnoxious. Ooh, well, we don't. Oh no, you can affect the Burgess. Yeah, do it to the Burgess. Okay. That means, okay, I was about to say, I was like, if you're not doing it to the Burgess, that means you're just taking the attack. Attack, moved on. Too many attacks. Attack, probably block. Nope. G. Thanks for watching. Oh, and subscribe.